What it do, y'all? We back in this is Sage, and we got one of my personal favorites, the Intermission series. We got something hot up on the presses that just came about, and we all got to talk about this shit. So let's all get comfortable, unpack, get all that clothing off. We about to get right to this shit. I ain't about to tell y'all. Y'all just about to see. Let's go.
Crypto. Home. Take me home.
Superman.
Hey, hold on, nah, they about to drop some shit real quick.
Mm.
About to get boogie.
But
Yeah.
why? Why?
How y'all feeling?
Why? That's all I gotta say. Why? I don't know how many times I watched this trailer and been disappointed every time. I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna make a hot take. Joker 2 is gonna be better than this movie.
No, okay, now that's absurd. That's absurd.
That
That's
might be
absurd.
too much.
That's
Okay,
absurd.
okay. I may be absurd with that one. Venom 1 is gonna be
Preposterous.
better. Venom 1 is gonna be better than this movie.
Possibly.
Crypto, home, home.
Bro,
Really?
that's
What
a,
kind of ET nonsense is this? Elliot. I was just waiting for that.
Now let me be the devil's advocate real quick.
Here we go.
I've seen a couple reviews and everything. Most people are speaking glamorously of this trailer. They like what they see type of thing. And their main thing is they're trying to show Superman more human, like he's vulnerable type of thing. And that's why he showed him in that sense for the first shot of the trailer to try and kind of like sympathize with him since I guess Superman is such a hard character to sympathize with. He's an alien, he has super strength, super flight, speed, fucking ice capabilities if he blow on you, like all of this shit, heat
Hey yo.
vision, like all of this shit this nigga is different, so there's nothing really to sympathize with. And I guess his emotions, I would think that they would go more on the emotional route, on the mental route, than
Suspect Charles Fat Slade, arrested 3 weeks ago,
like
has called from jail, saying he
than the
wants to talk.
physical route. Obviously, the physical route is gonna be there, but that's I don't know, man. Supposedly, this is supposed to be a evil version of Superman that he's fighting
Hold it
at the
out.
end. Supposedly, that's gonna be the
Ultraman.
villain.
To say,
Yeah.
see if I'm
So
about the truth.
or I evil clone is Bizarro one, right? Bizarro was a clone of
Yep.
Superman, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that a lot of people were saying that it might lean
Alright,
towards the
Charles, what can we
Bizarro
do for
route,
you?
or that's an interesting possibility type of thing. I don't know. The more
State
I
that
watch
in
it, maybe it's starting to grow on
1, 2,
me a little bit.
Here
But
we go.
it's still certain things about the trailer
tell us
that,
exactly
like I
what
said in the
happened.
group chat, this shit kind of looks like
Be
Guardians of the
Cristo,
Galaxy,
thing
the
from
specific shots and everything like that. And if
Bradley
you
for
like
I
James
sleep
Gunn's
since
style, then I guess this is
the
a movie
victim's
for you.
friend.
But at the same
Which a lot
time,
of people do.
So he hid.
I've already watched 3 Guardians of the Galaxy of this nigga using these same exact shots for a superhero that's completely different in scale than these other niggas. So I just thought he would have brought something, I guess, unique new. It's basically like he was doing that old Superman movie that happened before and just modernizing it. Which again, if that's what's your fancy, that's cool, but I wanted something new, refreshing. It's a new take on the character.
Honestly, I'm honestly, yeah, I get it. Like, but you got so many people that's going to glaze over this movie because it's Superman. They're not going to criticize it because it's Superman. People love the Henry Cavill Superman. I didn't. I didn't like Man of Steel. Like it was cool, but it did not really do anything for me. DC movies have a bad track record. There has not really been a good DC movie besides the Batman series, and that's because it's flipping Batman.
You know, like
You had good villains in those Batman movies.
you like
That's
as you
the
call them sparkles. You don't like sparkles?
no, I didn't really like that Batman movie. It was cool because it was a different take. It was cool, but I didn't really like it. I like Christian Bale's Batman more than the other ones.
Let it
But
grow on you.
well, my whole thing is, in my opinion, Christian Bale is the but new age Batman's. He's kind of number one because you got Sparkles Batman, which the detective work is cool, but everything was like But then you have who was it before him? George Clooney,
Ben Affleck, you talking about?
Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck didn't really get a Batman movie. That could have been good because I like Ben Affleck's Batman.
He
But
played
Christian
that nigga
Bale was a
perfect.
good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah, Christian Bale, Bruce Wayne was
Was
doing all
up
sorts
there.
of shit.
Yeah.
But how y'all feeling, Nino? Croco?
Bro, I feel like starting off, I understand they want to show Superman's humanity, but I'm like, you started off a trailer with a bloody, beaten Superman. You have an established, I don't think they thought this through. You have an established reality, established universe where superheroes have been around. Superman is not his first year being Superman. Bro, they got a shot of a nigga throwing a can of corn at the back of his head. Like, bro, like, this is an established hero. People do not respect this nigga. I understand you got to show, oh, he's still battling things as Superman, but it's like, bro, like, the shot of him walking in, he didn't look sad. He didn't look mad at all. It's like a tense face. And then you show the Green Lantern shot, and it's like, are they here to console him? Are they here to do what? I mean, granted, it's a teaser, but it was just like everything that played out in the teaser, shit was just like, it did not look good at all.
That
No
Green
scenes.
Lantern was atrocious.
The Green Lantern was atrocious, and I get Superman and Lois, but I'm like, bro, y'all just had a show for Superman and Lois. Like, we don't have to see their whole dynamic in the trailer. Like, they kissed twice in the trailer, they hugged 3 times, she grabbing his hand in the trailer, and it's like, damn, bro, like, this shit is looking soft as hell for Superman, for real.
You just gave me an idea how they could have fucking flipped and twisted that shit and made it for their damn benefit. Have it be like a movie where it's like 2 lovers that got lost, or like fucking Superman got taken somewhere and now he's trying to find his way back or some shit like that. And all he thinking about is this shawty, just to pay it off at the end of the movie once he able to unite with his shawty, then be able to have other people like the Green Lanterns out there as well. I don't know if other superheroes or anything be out in outer space all like that. I'm guessing they do.
Yeah.
But fucking Martian Manhunter, all them niggas.
I don't know. I know the Green Lantern Corps is already established.
Mhm.
Hal Jordan been a Green Lantern for some years.
Hawkgirl too. Hawkgirl was in there.
Looking terrible.
And allegedly Supergirl has, if we look up the cast right now, they have a cast for Supergirl.
Who they have playing her?
Um,
Millie Alcott,
oh
Allscott.
yeah, from not Stranger Things, is it? No.
No, that's Millie Bobby Brown.
My bad.
You said her name is what?
Millie something, Arscott.
Alcott.
This her?
Alcock.
This nigga
Yeah,
T.
that's her. She was in House. She was in House of Dragon. That's probably the most notable role.
Oh, let
He
me see.
trying so hard not to laugh.
I couldn't see.
Yeah, she
Bring
was-
it back up. Bring it back up.
Bro, did y'all see her at the U.S. Open with a blonde wig on?
How's she going?
I think no, bro. They show her with like a blonde wig. Shorty do not look. I'm not saying she
how's
got
she gonna look intimidating?
I don't know.
They don't care about intimidation. Look at Lex Luthor.
I don't-
James Gunn said he wants.
They got
Superman.
like Luthor out there looking like Agent 47 from Hitman, son.
Bro, you see that gun he had?
Agent 47 from Hitman. Literally, same gun.
Yo, my one gripe with the Superman joint, bro, we see him punching glass. You can fly faster than the speed of sound. Why are you rearing up a punch to break through some plexiglass? Granted, he might be affected with kryptonite or something, but it's like, bro, y'all did not show him looking strong at all in that fucking trailer.
And why they always be got them fucking nerdy fucking Lex Luthor niggas? I'm not intimidated by this nigga. This nigga does not look menacing to me at all.
Oh, you didn't like the Lex Luthor in Batman versus Superman?
No.
Well, this Lex Luthor, they say he's not supposed to be like. He's supposed to be like yo Elon Musk type of nigga. He just hates Superman. Like the one person he hates, like they's like
Bruh.
every fiber in his being hates Superman.
Bruh.
Other than that, Lex cares about people, but it's like everybody but Superman. I'm like, I don't understand that, but
These niggas is lanky as fuck. Lex Luthor had a build on that nigga, bro. In order to operate that mech suit every time he tried to go toe to toe with that nigga Superman, I'm not trying to hear it with these scrawny built niggas. Fuck a Elon Musk type of nigga. Where's the real Lex Luthor? I don't know. Y'all posted up a what was that? A CEO or something like that in the group chat earlier.
Billy Alcott, no, he's an actor.
Oh, he is. That
Yeah.
nigga would be perfect for the fucking role. Perfect. Shit, I'd rather have Vin Diesel as this nigga, to be honest with you, than who they got right now.
But I mean, the nigga that's playing Lex Luthor, he's like 6'3". Superman's 6'5". I understand that, but in that trailer, he really did look like some little nigga.
It wasn't even the height; it's the scrawniness.
Yeah.
And even at that, David, I don't know if you could really tell, but I ain't see no crazy definition. That nigga Superman is supposed to be going crazy.
And the nigga playing Lex, he played Beast in the X-Men series, like the First Class joints. Like,
Oh, okay,
Yep.
yeah.
yeah, he played
Yeah,
Beast.
I don't-
But yeah. He wasn't. I don't think he was a good Beast either. But like you said, Superman. I'm like, bro, Superman's 6'5" and got on a padded suit. Granted, I know all the suits got somehow padding in them, but it's like, bro, he got shoulder pads in his shit on some Shazam shit.
Shazam!
Nigga lowering the shoulder on criminals. Nigga going crazy. Oh my god.
Oh, this nigga Niall muted y'all.
Yeah, now you muted.
I know.
Oh, what about you? Nigga. You
Not
you
get
can't-
muted
yeah,
again.
You muted again.
I don't know whether I hit the button or not. Okay. But no, I'm about to cut. Cause listen, my thing is this.
Uh-oh.
They did so we talked about this personally. They were going for Christopher Reeves. I think that like they want to bring like we got to go back for a second because I thought about this a lot, and I thought about this with other things that we've seen in the DC realm brought to the live action screen. So if we kind of going for the feel of the Christopher Reeves, okay, I get that. You gotta when you go all the way back to that, like kind of around like when like the Comic Authority was around, and when you get like old school like Adam West Batman, and then I know Christopher Reeves is after like that period, but when you go back to that era, it's like when they had Superman, everything about him is kind of geared towards something where like a child would be able to identify with him as like this grand person and like this joy, like this person that inspire joy and inspire safety and inspire like just that's why he became so big, because comic books, the same thing with Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man was able to relate to kids, whereas Superman was able to make kids kind of feel like comforted and protected by just the presence of Superman. So when you look at like the early stuff that came out, like live action stuff that came out with Superman, is very bright and is very like, you get the more aloof Superman. It's very kind, it's very jolly, it's kind of, it's like a child's program, it's that vein. When you look at Batman, it's a lot of the same things. As I mentioned, the Adam West, at that point they didn't have Joker like we were used to with Heath Ledger's Joker, and I'm gonna come back to that, but they had like a more, I can't remember the guy who originally played him, his name, but he was more like a comedian and like a silly person, and it was like the water out of the flower and the pistol, the 6-shooter with the bang flag coming out of it. It was a lot of stuff like that.
But Jack Nicholson, right?
No, I'm saying even way before that. It was like
Okay,
Ramiro, I think. Some guy who I think his last name was Ramiro. But yeah. So when you go back, that and I get that. Like I think they did a good job in the sense of, and I don't want to give much of a compliment to this trailer, but I think in them trying to capture that lightheartedness, that thing that kind of invites kids in, which they said, and they also definitely showed they were trying to capture in this trailer. They did do that. Like I get where they did that, and they did that is littered throughout this film. The problem is, after, like, even when you go back again to the Christopher Reeves, which is obviously a heavy influence on this movie, you have to, one thing that you got to take into account is we never made movies like that afterwards. It wasn't like the Christopher Reeve Superman came and then it was like, oh, we could do this 50 times over. This is so great. It's so successful. The first Christopher Reeves movie was successful. The rest were bombs. They were terrible movies. And then you tell me what you get with the legacy of Superman after that. It's not as great and beautiful and wonderful as everybody out to make it, just because they use a certain color grading that happened to brighten up the world. The problem that still exists with Superman movies is that they aren't typically, and generally speaking, they aren't really done well. So you could get caught up in the fact that it captures that brightness and it captures those colors that you saw in one version of a Superman that you like. But the reality is the movies need to get better. Going back to how I said I was going to come back around to Heath Ledger, right? If we take that same evolution with the Batman series, they started out lighthearted. They started out with brighter colors. They started out with that traditional like 60s, 70s color grading that you saw. And then as it went and progressed to like Jack Nicholson, and it progressed to Clooney and like that era, and Arnold Schwarzenegger Freeze and all of that, it started to take on that darker tone, because they knew, well, we got to adapt to more like to the times, essentially. Like when you get the Jack Nicholson and the George Clooney, it matches the era and matches the time. When you get to the Christian Bale, it matches the era and it matches the time. It's not that Batman got darker and everybody is sick of this dark Batman. Yes, Batman has a darker world and he like the opposite to Superman in that regard, but it wasn't, if you really pay attention to it, it's just they adapted to the times that they was in to make a quality like superhero film for the time. That's why they keep that. The reason everybody always keeps saying, oh, like Batman is always good, like you keep going, it's the #1 product with WB. It's not just because like Batman is a more grounded character. It's because every time you look at Batman, it's constantly evolving. Even when they go backwards, they evolve from an element that they didn't do in a previous iteration that maybe was focused in that specific time period. You like how everybody is just getting caught up on the colors and the cheerfulness and the joy because it's reminiscent to a time and a time period that they can remember when a Superman movie was good is ridiculous to me. The fact that you like multiple things we could touch on. A heavy one that Nino always pick up on is the costumes. Costumes are atrocious in this movie. Even people who like this movie are able to say that the costumes are atrocious. Superman's costume could have definitely been fit and tailored more for him. A big point that y'all know that I have in regards to this is they pay these people millions of dollars to act for a year or 2 years. Yo, you got to work out. When Zack Snyder did 300, he made everybody work. He brought in his own trainer to train the actors because he needed those people to look like Spartans. It ain't no faking a Spartan. It's no faking a superhero. You need to get in shape to match the movie, to match the character. It's ridiculous. I don't understand. You don't see that many superheroes with loose fitting clothing. If it's Green Arrow or in Marvel's case, Hawkeye, sure. They people not with powers. They people that's known for like literally a skill. It's not a power or a super skill. These people need to match what a comic book character would look like. Going away from costumes. The supporting cast. Mad random supporting cast for Superman. If we being honest, you got Crypto the Superdog. Okay, that's not very weird or random to be with Superman. It's Superman's dog. You got his cousin. Not that random. It's his cousin. Mr. Terrific. Don't understand how that's going to really play into it, to be honest with you. Like it's a new character that we haven't seen in DC, so I love that they took that risk. But his role with Superman, unless he going to be like a Jarvis to Superman, something like that. Like if he going to be somebody to like bring an intellectual level in because they making an aloof Superman, sure, I guess that maybe could balance out there. Green Lantern, I don't understand. And you talk about a terrible costume and design. That's the worst one. That automatically dropped everything down significantly to me. I don't understand how it didn't for other people, but whatever. I don't get how you just brush past that. That blows my mind. But Green Lantern, his role in this movie, if you bring in Green Lantern and the threat, I mean, we talking about like a founding Justice League member. That would make me think that it's a larger threat at hand, especially when you couple in that like Mr. Terrific's intelligence is there. It's kind of like maybe a Batman-esque role. Maybe that's a better way, not Jarvis, but like a Batman-esque role. So you got a Batman-esque character in regards to like strategy and intellect. You got, excuse me, because Hawkgirl is there. So you got two like heavy hitters, or maybe not heavy hitters in the traditional sense, like not like a Batman or a Martian the Manhunter, but like original members of the Justice League. You got 3 of them total in the movie. What is the threat going to be? If the threat is just Lex Luthor and the things that Lex Luthor is capable of doing, what are you trying to kind of convince us in with Lex Luthor? Because that make me think that he is like a very like robust villain, like intellectual villain, like how we look at Batman and halfway through like a Batman movie with the Joker, you like, yo, the Joker is too much. Or some people maybe will argue how they did the Riddler in this most recent the Batman movie, where it's like halfway through the movie, because of how much the Riddler is doing, you like, man, this dude is too much. If they gonna present like Luthor in that way, okay, fine, because yes, the character is a beast. The guy that you got isn't that menacing. He doesn't match whatever you would be trying to set him up for. So I'm not very confident at this current point in the trajectory of the movie. Getting away on finishing up with characters though, getting away from the hero side. And I know I'm going on a tangent, but I've been thinking, like, I literally, from the moment I saw this trailer to like 5 minutes ago, I just been running through this thing over. It's the only thing I've been thinking about all day. Going back to the characters, when you go to the villain side, you got a kaiju. I'll come back to that. You got Metamorpho. You got Lex Luthor. And it's like the most like, yo,
the engineer,
the engineer, and then possibly a Bizarro or Ultraman. I see where Sage is saying, I think it might be Bizarro too, but I don't understand how you gonna fit all of this in this movie. And then outside of that, the cast that like, that's like, when you read a comic book, they do stuff like this where it's just like a mashup of different characters along another character's day, but that's like a side comic that like nobody ever really care about and usually never has a really good story to it. You know, it's just something to kind of showcase for newer people what the character is like about and what they go through. So like you might give you an example. When Barry Allen came back to, he was gone for like 20 years after the Infinite Crisis event, whatever. When Barry Allen came back, I believe there was a comic book. I could be wrong, but I believe there was a comic book where when he was returning to his duties in the modern like DC universe, when he was returning back to those duties, they had a comic book where like in that day he had to face like Freeze or whatever the Freeze dude name is. He had to face Captain Cold. That he had to face like Captain Cold, Gorilla Groot, or Gorilla. Yeah, he had to face like his traditional villains. And what it was trying to do is more or less get people back acquainted to like Barry Allen as the Flash in this role, like no longer being Wally West. It's just something to kind of introduce people. But again, to Dee's point, this isn't an introductory movie. Anybody who know about, like, everybody know who Superman is. Everybody knows Superman's villains. Everybody, like, it's Superman. It's not an introductory movie, but it's like you trying to possibly, based off that villain cast, it make me believe that they trying to kind of make it, oh, this is the day in a day of Superman. It's like we don't need a movie about a day in the life of Superman. We need a movie that's going like be entertaining and push this DC universe into a space where like it's believable. That doesn't seem to really help it to me, and it doesn't help me build confidence in the direction that the story could go. It just makes me think that the story is going to be all over the place. Specifically, the kaiju. Why? I just don't understand why, if you had to pick a superhero, a Superman villain, you pick a no name, just a kaiju, something that from what I'm reading, they just made it up too. It's not even something that was like in the comic books. Like it's a specific kaiju that Superman faced. It's just a kaiju. It's Godzilla. It's a Godzilla B-side. It's a Timu Godzilla that you just threw in to a Superman movie for who knows what. I don't know. I don't get why. I don't know why. And then my other part is like the parts that I think the parts that like not everybody loved the Snyder movies. I happen to like the Snyder movies a little bit more than the average. A lot of people who I know who read comic books or read comic books growing up did like the Snyder movies for the most part, even if they didn't like everything about them. And one of the things that I feel like people liked about them was they really showed the impact of the heroes. With that kaiju, I don't feel like that's going to happen. Because that we know that's not going to be the main villain. That's not the end-all villain. It's probably a villain that introduces itself like relatively early on in the movie and is jumping around doing CGI stuff. But then the thing though is a kaiju terrorizing a city, that should be enough damage that like you see it in the subsequent scenes and like the fallout of it. I don't think they're going to have enough time to go over that and do that. So now it's making me feel like, okay, you're going to have a bunch of damage happening in the next scene. The whole city is like back together, because I just don't get how that's going to work. It just doesn't make sense to me. Aside from that, I don't hate that they had crypto in it. Like, I think they could have kept those family moments and like made it where it kind of had that Christopher Reeves vibe, but I think they could have like really play on exactly the risk at play. Like if they wanted to humanize Superman, they could even do that. Like if, like to Sage's point, if they want to humanize it and kind of show the more emotional side of Superman, I think that you could do that. And at the same time, make people like show us a side of what the people in Metropolis got to deal with if Superman goes down or if there's destruction in the city. I think that you could do things like that, but it doesn't feel like this movie is going to be like that. I'm just not excited. I'm in no way excited for this at this current point. Now, granted, it's just a teaser trailer. Maybe they could do more in the next trailer, but I'm gonna be a buck with you. I think the next trailer is just gonna be Kara. And if to Sage's point, if they introduce like a Bizarro or an Ultraman, it probably would be like some slight footage of that and Kara and more crypto, because they know that that's a selling point. That's it. That's what I see the trailer being.
I feel like they won't put Kara in the second trailer. She's gonna have to be a a small cameo because putting her in the trailer, you already got too much shit going on. Granted, in the teaser trailer, you got too much shit going on. If you wait for an official trailer and you put Supergirl in there, it's like, yo, this damn near a Justice League movie. Which I feel like DC is like, yo, the more heroes we have, we don't have to call it a team up, but they can be there in certain cases. Like, let's say you got Superman, kind of like in Spider-Man 3, you know, you had Sandman, Venom, Goblin, but it was like, okay, Harry's there to help Peter now. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like there could be a scene where Green Lantern is there to help Superman or Crypto, whoever the fuck they want to use. Because if you battle an Engineer and Ultraman and a Kaiju and Metamorpho, it's like you got 3 villains in one movie. Like, you're gonna need heroes to help you do something because you just getting jumped at that point. But to your point about the Bruce Wayne thing about things being darker, y'all think it's because Bruce Wayne, well, Batman being darker will always work because you got Bruce Wayne and Batman. Bruce Wayne is a suave playboy, the billionaire. No dude has ever said, I want to be a journalist. No nigga looks at Superman movies like, I want to see the journalistic side of Clark Kent. I want to see how he write. Like, nobody says that. Nobody pays attention to. You said what, Rob?
I have a question for y'all.
Yeah.
After watching this trailer, do y'all think that y'all can see James Gunn producing a Batman movie?
No.
No, it wouldn't work.
If
And he wouldn't progress it. He would like go the opposite direction.
I feel like his Batman would literally, it would be too goofy. Like, not saying too goofy, but his villain for Batman. Well, granted, he wouldn't be directing it, but him overseeing it is going to be an over-the-top villain. The Batman wouldn't be as dark because he is creating a different type of universe. He said all the characters are going to have their own feel to their movies, but after seeing this trailer, no. And the nigga praised the Flash movie. Come on, bro.
He did what?
He prayed. Granted, he couldn't shoot it down, but he was like, Flash is one of the best superhero movies I've seen. I love the Batman version that's in that movie. So if he gets some cartoonish Batman, if we get a Batman that's doing some goofy shit, we riot.
He would try to make it like an animated Batman, like the one where it was sillier. Like, if he did a Batman movie, it would be like, you would see like the Condiment Man in it. You would see Kite Man in it.
The nigga, oh my bad. James Gunn literally said his Batman, his favorite Robin is Damian Wayne. He did Batman Brave and the Bold movie is literally Batman and 10-year-old Damian Wayne that they working on. So we get a 10-year-old boy fighting crime.
Is that going to be in the same universe as Superman?
Yeah, this is all in that DC.
Then what is the continuity behind this then? So are we going to be jumping like 10 years, 15 years between films?
I don't think so, but he said this universe is more like they're building good movies. They're not building to a story. Like, they're not doing each movie connects to the next Avengers movie, where there's going to be like small Easter eggs. It's going to be like everything is going to be its own thing. So Superman isn't going to have any connection towards Brave and the Bold. That's not going to have any connection towards Supergirl. That's not going to have any connection towards the Wonder Woman series. Like, everything is going to be its own project. But then when they come together, that's the only time their stories are going to like come together.
Yeah. But that's the thing. If you do a Batman movie and he got Damian Wayne, and Damian Wayne is 10 years old, like, Superman should have had Jonathan Kent at that point then. So are we going to go from this like 20-year-old Superman to now he like it's like 15 years in the future, or just Superman younger? Like, Superman is like the same age as a Dick Grayson. Maybe
they might go they might not have Superman having like a son or nothing, maybe just a clone teenage version of him once, you know, Damian grows up to be like, let's say 14 or something.
I don't like it.
Well, they did that in what was that the show with the kids?
Young Justice.
Yeah, they it's possible if they have Project Cactus in this, it's possible.
I would rather it be like a clone, because I'm like, this Superman not even like 20 years old. Apparently he's like a full grown man, but he looked young as hell. But it's like, damn, bro.
Yeah, you can't. They would be better off just saying the Batman is a part of this universe, because at least then the Superman and the Batman, like, they look like around a similar age. You could just say they're younger adults.
You talking about the Penguin Batman?
Yeah, like you'd be better off just having Robert Pattinson, or as T call him, this sunlight Batman.
Sprinkles the Batman.
Sprinkle Batman. You'd be better off having Sprinkle Batman in this universe, because at least him and the Superman like ages line up. It
No,
just
but his Batman way different though. His Batman is too too grounded. Like you see how he operating with the thick contacts, and he was trained by Alfred. This nigga, this Superman, he going up against or gonna be teaming up against his fighting kaiju.
Kaiju, bro.
It's like that Matt Reeves version of Batman.
So this honestly, it could work. It could work where Batman doesn't like really talk to him, but Batman starts coming up with a contingency plan, like he did in Justice League for every superhero that was in that group, just in case they flip. So it could be not like a Batman versus Superman moment where it could just be like Batman's like keeping an eye on him and everything, just to make sure he doesn't do anything crazy, and some big threat comes, and then we can have them come in, because yeah, like you said, their age is about this, not about the same, but they look like the same age in some way, shape, or form. But you have to make that crossover between how dark and gritty this Batman is for Sprinkles the Batman. Because looking how Penguin went, they kept that same theme.
Yeah.
How do you bring that over into like this light-hearted, kid-friendly Superman?
Yeah, it might be too polar. That might just be the reality of it, between the power sets and like the things that they face into D's point and the T your point. It's too much of a contrast.
And
like
that Batman having a kid is not Robert Pattinson. Batman only been Batman for 2 years.
He not going. It's not going. It just wouldn't work. Yeah, it's. I.
That's why I'm curious who the fuck he's gonna pick to play Batman. Has there any been news about that? He said, "Nah, nigga, let me take it one movie at a time."
Yeah, honestly.
Supposedly he said the whole fate of the DCEU is resting on this movie, and if it does,
it must got a great script, man.
I think it was like 300. Hold on, let me check this budget, bro.
But no, I was going to ask y'all a question. Like, y'all see, like when I was talking about the Bruce Wayne shit, like nobody has ever really taken an interest in how good someone's Clark Kent is.
No,
you know, like
not really. Yeah,
no one's ever been like, yo, he
Clark
played a hell of a Clark Kent. Like, Clark Kent is just supposed to blend in with people. He's a journalist. He goes unnoticed. Cool. It's like Bruce Wayne. It's like, how do you balance being a CEO or a board member of your family's company to being a vigilante at night, to going out to outer space, to then worrying about like real life shit, like, okay, layoffs or something, or some changes in the company. Like, that's something you got to juggle. A nigga that can fly, shoot lasers out his eyes, being a journalist, I feel like they spend too much time on that because of that Christopher Reeve shit too. They'd be like, yo, like you see him stumbling around. It's like, bro, just give him some glasses and a different hairdo. Like,
that's it.
Nobody really worried about how he portraying Clark Kent. You ain't even got to show niggas at Daily Planet for real.
No. I just don't. I don't understand. What am I supposed, like, when you watch a movie, you're supposed to like at least come back from it and be able to have something to take away from it. What am I like? I can't tell from this teaser trailer what I like would even begin to be taken from this movie. I don't know whether it's like people want a certain feeling that they're trying to get, but like if it just doesn't work. It doesn't work if it's not a quality movie, if it's not like got a great story or other elements to it outside of like the vibrance, the feel. It's like everybody think it's gonna be a good movie off of a field test, and it's like, nah, not especially not with DC's track record, and James Gunn can't get away from making some type of a team up, and that's the movies that he been the most successful with. So I imagine they gonna have like they gonna be like a pseudo Justice League, and I don't know. I just don't see. I don't see it. Not right now. Maybe when another trailer comes out, it could maybe win me over more. But I'm keeping, unlike what I think a lot of people aren't doing, and what I am gonna do is keep DC's track record with movies in the back of my head. Like if we go back to Wonder Woman, that Wonder Woman 84 you could honestly
Trash.
make the same, but you can make the same argument that the trailer looked like it was going to be good. We all, when that trailer came out for Wonder Woman, knowing how the first Wonder Woman was amped up that it would actually be a good movie, and everything that they showed us didn't make us feel like it wouldn't be. But then when the movie actually came out, we were like, this is bad. Everybody I know was like, this is bad. And that's what this given the same vibe of. Like, you put all of these different elements in a trailer to make people think that it's going to be good, because it's just they throwing so much at you. That's why I don't like trailers like that, where they throw 15 different elements at you, because I feel like it's meant to confuse you, to make you think that what you about to get is really good. And then when you actually get it, it's like, yo, they did not plan this properly. There is too much going on.
I was gonna say one thing about this. I guess another point James Gunn was making is like this is an already established universe, so that's why there are so many characters. Like when you had like the Iron Man movie come out, like you didn't see Hawkeye and Natasha. Like everybody was doing their own shit, and it's like Iron Man was really building that MCU. Man of Steel, Zack Snyder didn't intend for it to be a Justice League universe, but they were like, yo, we trying to compete with Marvel now. So now it's like you saw Superman, you ain't see nobody else, and that's where the focus was. But then this one, it's like a Superman movie, but he's in a universe with other heroes. So it's already established. And I get that, but it's like you said, you showing too much for a Superman movie for him to be aided with Green Lantern, with fucking Hawk Girl, with fucking Mr. Terrific.
Yep.
And he got 3 villains and 3 villains he got to fight, plus Lex Luthor. It's like,
is it a 4-hour movie? Like, it make me think it's gonna have a 4-hour runtime.
No,
and I know it's not. Exactly, it's not.
Guess how much the budget was?
$400 million.
Yep, a little bit below it. Allegedly, 363.8 million. But Gunn has disputed the accuracy of this budget, which would have made the film one of the most expensive superhero films ever made.
He would have needed James Cameron to direct this shit on some Avatar shit, because they would have needed to crack $2 billion. They would need to crack $2 billion if they spent $300 million on some budgeting.
I feel like it's so easy to make a Superman movie, bro.
No, it's not. It's really not. It's
Why
really
ain't
not. I because the thing is, it's like it's the elements of Superman that you got to juggle, because it's like anybody that's a Superman fan, just like, hear me out. I'm gonna sound like I'm dissing him, but I promise it's not a full on diss. It's just how he is. He got this righteousness about him, but then he got to face villains that's like super powerful. Then he got the mental games with Lex Luthor. Then he got his personality as Clark Kent, which, to your point, D, you brought up a good point. A lot of people don't focus on the personality of Clark Kent. I make the argument that's the same thing with the comic books too. Like Clark, it's weird when you don't have any type of a focus, or you've never even really seen that much of a focus in regards to how to do the character. There may be 1 or 2 examples with Superman, but for the most part, it's always the same thing. He just bumbling, falling, aloof, like clumsy, stupid guy. And you got to basically try to make sure you showcase that while also showcasing an opposite persona as his Superman. And then he got all of these different categories of villains, where it's like with Batman, it's straightforward. You got Bruce Wayne got to portray a billionaire. You got Batman got to portray a vigilante. The villains is all just evil. It's not like they all various types of evil. It's like you got some people that's strong. Well, it's not that you don't get as much various types of evil. They all kind of have like a psychological, mental component that you could work off with Batman villains. You don't really get it with Superman. It's all over the place. It's a mess. The story is the Superman like mythos and world is a mess. But
I don't
you
agree
can
with
make
that,
yeah. I mean, but he faced people with Metamorpho, then Lex Luthor, and then he'll face like Bizarro, and then.
But these are all like the control of Lex Luthor. Like one thing with Lex Luthor is like he gonna send stuff as Superman, but at the core, Superman is representing what? Truth, justice, and the American way. Like he grew up on a farm. Superman is supposed to
Mhm.
be accepting of all people, different lifestyles, somebody that you look up to. That's the thing in the poster. It says look up. Like you're looking up to Superman for inspiration. Look up to Superman in hopes that he'll be there to save you in a sense. But when you
Right
see
back, yo.
all right, you see Superman, it's like you get that like his chest, the symbol's supposed to represent hope. Like
Mhm.
you can write that. Then there's elements of like you said, like the mind games of Lex Luthor. Superman is gonna see the good in people, but it's like Lex Luthor hates him because he can't. Superman is like not one that can be controlled. So now it's like, okay, there's somebody out there that can like doesn't have to be like all the rest of the humans. Like it's weird though, because it's like Lex don't hate Flash or fucking Green Lanterns, but it's Superman. But at the
Mhm.
same time, it's like Superman, like you say, it's different from Bruce Wayne and Batman. Bruce Wayne is gonna be justice. I mean, Batman's gonna be justice, and then you know that vengeance. But it's like Superman being totally righteous. It's like that's both him and Clark. I think
Yeah.
the stumbling around with Clark is just supposed to represent him showing that he's not Superman. Like if he's reaching over, like bending something over, he'll make a sound to grunt,
Mhm.
not to act like he's just in perfect condition at all times. But it's like when you got a movie that's trying to show Clark being a journalist, but you focusing on him fumbling with papers and being clumsy, it's like that's not progressing the story any type of way.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Because at the in the comic is like Lois falls in TV shows and comics. The best ones usually is like you got Lois when she falls in love with Superman, but then she realizes that he's also Clark Kent. But the ones that are better are usually the ones where she likes Clark Kent for who he is, but she sees Superman. You see, him like it's the man, and then it's like the hero. So she
yeah.
knows like Clark is like a righteous guy. Clark is one of the guys like he's the most truthful guy. He's somebody you can count on. He's dependable. He's always going to be there. Same with Superman, but then it's like you tie that into each other. It's like they're the same person, but he's Superman is being masked by Clark Kent.
By Clark Kent. Yeah, that's fair. Do you think you made me think of something in regards to the relationship with Lois Lane? Do you think that um they will capture what you just said in regards to how she appreciates Clark Kent and Superman?
I would think so. This Lois Lane, it seems like because with it being established, she might already know, or if she doesn't know, and then
Yeah,
like she'll find out soon enough. But they already show her being with Clark. She's at the Kent farm.
right.
Maybe she's already liking Clark, or maybe she's liking Superman. But in a sense, I feel like they'll flush that out a bit more because that was a big deal for the cast. And James Gunn said like he wants uh, Lois and Clark to be like to like work and not be like some forced thing, you know.
Right. Maybe like I said, to me, I think overall it's just the writing. Like you gonna have to the writing is gonna have to be the thing that kind of ties this together well. And everybody can love how the visuals look. They can say they love the action. They can love how everything looks like what they were expecting from Superman. The key word there is look. So if something can look good, but that doesn't mean that it has to like pan out and actually be good. It could really be a mess. It could look good and be a mess, i.e. Wonder Woman. So I don't know, but we'll have to see how they tie it all together.
I was about to say the story could be good based on who wrote it. Nigga James Gunn wrote it and
This,
directed it
this gonna be a real test with me with
and
him.
produced it.
We just had three superhero James Gunn movies too, and it's just like you know what his pocket is. It's the team up movies.
Yeah,
But at the
exactly.
same time, push yourself, nigga.
So I feel like with this ensemble we have, it's gonna be a focus on Superman. Like he's like, oh, I understand Superman, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want him to treat Guy Gardner as some like peacemaker type nigga. I don't want him to treat Hawk Girl as like the quiet girl that's like edgy and badass and cool as shit when she gotta be. It's like, bro, like when you read the comics, they all have their own personalities. Don't treat this like some ensemble. Like even in Guardians of the Galaxy, like you got Drax, the big dumb brute. Then you got Gamora, the quiet assassin girl. Then you got the suicide. It's like, bro, don't be doing the same shit. Like Rob said, like you got to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But with these, bro, one thing I must say with these costumes and with these characters, I'm glad they go on a different route with characters. Hawk Girl, Guy Gardner, cool. You're not using the same Wonder Woman, Batman, but it's like my nigga, the costumes,
Terrible.
this shit. Like I thought Shazam suit was bad. Shazam suit's still bad.
Yeah, but his look better than every suit in this movie.
Bro, why is but the thing is they said each of them have a logo on their costume. So Green Lantern's costume, like the jacket and shit, is like a logo over his. Same with Hawk Girl. I'm like, that's
terrible
cool.
Jacket.
Because you see they got a lot of white in the front. It seems like they got like some type of uniform on, but it's like, bro, like even if they had the logos, you could have worked on something different. And to have Nathan Fillion, who had been rumored to be Hal Jordan for like the past 15 years for DC, they'd be like, yo, like as a fan cast, everybody's had him as Hal Jordan since before Man of Steel. And then you go and cast him as Guy Garner instead of having him be the older Hal Jordan that you already got. The Hal Jordan you got now is already in his 50s. So it's like, bro, what are y'all working towards?
That don't even sound like hell. Based off the ages of Superman and the other characters, that don't even sound like Hal Jordan. That sound like Alan
Scott.
Yeah.
But
50,
I think
50 with what, a 20-year-old Superman?
So with this universe, I guess it's saying like all the main heroes that we know aren't like the New 52 getting their powers at the same time or teaming up at that same time in their careers. It's more of like, okay, we got Superman and Green Lantern. The Lantern Corps has been established for eons or whatever. Hal Jordan is a protector of sector whatever. But then it's like how big that sector is. You got your John Stewart, you got your Guy Gardner, you probably got your Simon Baz or your Kyle Rayner or whatever out there. But John Stewart is going to be the newcomer to the Lantern Corps. So Guy Gardner has been a Lantern for longer than Superman has been Superman. So I guess the Green Lantern has already been more established. I don't know, because with this DCU or DC Cinematic Universe, they might be going the Lantern route, like the Blackest Night route or whatever. Because you know how like, well, whatever Marvel did, but it's like I feel like they can go a bit more galactic with the Green Lanterns instead of staying here on Earth. But it's just my thing is really like the look of the heroes. Like you said, get these niggas in the gym, bro. Like
you paying them millions of dollars. Why can't the stipulation be they gotta work out?
Them niggas auditioned, got the part, and filmed that day. No preparation whatsoever.
Well, you got the script already. You've been practicing it, so let's get it on. We got 360 mil to blow.
And I was a little apprehensive about this all at first because when I first saw the photo of him putting his boots on, it was like, okay, I could see the trunks. I don't mind the trunks, whatever. But it was just like, bro, this don't look like. It don't really look super, you know. And then David Corenswet came to James Gunn, and suggested the trunks as well. He was like, for an alien that can fly at super speed and shoot lasers out his eyes and do all of that, for the children, for him to be less intimidating, it would look being a wrestler, being less intimidating, having the trunks on the outside. I'm like, my nigga, like, okay, cool, you know, you paying attention or whatever, but it's like, bro,
you can't it's some boxes you gotta understand you might not be able to satisfy.
It don't have a superhero fit. Like for example, if you getting married, you wouldn't want no Steve Harvey suit, nigga.
No,
you want a fitted suit,
nice tailored suit, right?
You go into a black tie event, you don't want no preacher suit. You want a James Bond tuxedo. You want something that's gonna have you looking put together,
right?
I'm like, damn, we seen Superman laying in the snow and his collar got the little bacon collar on it already.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, y'all, like this suit looks
the shorts look like panties when he was laying in that snow. It was really making me mad every second that I was watching it. Cause I'm like, y'all do not have the strong, like the superhero in some panties right now. Cause it was so loose.
To have a Fortress of Solitude be like that too, I feel like they could have gone better on the suit. Like you need a tighter suit if you having a Fortress of Solitude be all crystal and shit.
Yeah, But I don't know. it's so many. We saw like one of the something we didn't really touch on, but that was in the movie. Is you saw, like the robots, the Superman robots at the Fortress of Solitude. That was the robot he was holding the hand of. Like they have so many elements that I'm wondering if like the story is just gonna thread it where like right now it looked like chaos and commotion to us, but the way that they thread everything in the story just kind of like comes together. But I don't know. I had to see it. I would have to see it. I wondered if this might have had kind of like a play out like the Watchmen did, where it's kind of like you like that's what I mean when I say like threaded. Like we know that Dr. Manhattan was like a big part of that movie, but the story behind it was kind of threaded through the different characters, because we did meet a lot of characters in Watchmen. I mean, it's the Watchmen, it's a group, so you gonna get a lot of characters in that. But what I do think Watchmen did well is the fact, despite the fact that they had a lot of characters, they were able to weave a story for each character throughout the movie where it didn't feel like it was lacking or like it was taken away from the story. So that's kind of what came to mind to me when I like was on my 17th watch of this trailer. I was like, maybe they'll thread it.
17?
I watched it. I tried to like see if I could like it more. So I kept watching it, hoping that I would like it.
Oh,
more.
so you was me when I was watching Joker 3 times.
You watched it 17 times?
Yeah, he said he watched it 17 times. I watched Joker 3
I
times.
ain't watched it. I might have been exaggerating with the 17, but I did watch it
watched
like
it a couple times,
a lot of times.
Trying to do it. Trying to see if I could get around to
I'm gonna be honest, at the end of the day, like this trailer really showed that even though it's just a teaser, they didn't tease a lot. It was like they could have gave us a little bit more. What they showed us was honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. It's parts that we didn't really, but us as viewers, maybe everybody else who's glazing over James Gunn in this Superman film, like we as watchers, some people can be very harsh critics. And I honestly think since we know DC's track record, we see things with a grain of salt. So we know like we're getting literally it's like he Mr. Hanky us, like literally South Park style. Like Mr. Hanky, the Christmas pool, Christmas around the corner, and he's like, hey, we just gonna dump this on y'all and just give us whatever. So it's like literally as soon as I got to the end of the video, I could have sworn I saw Mr. Hanky come across, and I'm like, oh, so this was just okay, I see what you did, James Gunn. You give us a good Suicide Squad movie compared to the one with Will Smith. You give us a good animated series because Creatures Commando is really good. But then you saying that this is going to lay the line out for the DCEU? And then you say the end of Peacemaker is not canon? Honestly, their best bet was to just keep Henry Cavill and the rest of the crew and just redo the stories a little bit. Because honestly, I don't like the Superman choice. Like y'all stated, he's scrawny. He's not like built. They need to work out to fit into these roles. Green Lantern, yeah, okay, it's Hal Jordan, but he's literally looking like he looks like Gohan with a blonde bowl cut. Like I'm sitting here looking at him getting ready to fight Raditz. Like, don't hurt my daddy. Like that's literally what popped in my head when I saw this man come out, bink, with his own ring. At that point, you could have gave us the black Green Lantern, right off the cuff. I would have been better with who they have playing him. But it's like at the end of the day, like give us something good. Don't dangling a carrot in front of us.
He is Aki, but he's not as Aki as I'd expect Superman.
Mm-hmm.
He is Aki.
Pull it up.
I got it up. I'm just trying to.
And also, you know what I think they could have did with the costume for Green if they were trying to do like the Guy Gardner jacket? Why didn't they just get like the Negan jacket from Walking Dead and just make it the same colors as Guy Gardner's in the like what his actual is? Because that Negan jacket kind of seemed like it fit more to me though.
We've seen cosplay Guy Gardner look better than this.
Yeah.
It can be
It's like
done.
that with all of the DC costumes. Everybody who any of those characters, if you let a cosplayer get that character to do as they cosplay, they will do a better job than any of the actual costumes that come out in DC. And it's like never fails. I've seen Shazam be better. I've seen or even though Black Adam was pretty solid in regards to the design, I
Mhm.
still have seen cosplayers do it better. I've seen Superman be done better. I've seen Wonder Woman be done better. I've seen every character that they made a movie off of in DC be done better by a cosplayer. And it's like, yo, y'all spending money on this stuff. How come it can't be done to the top? Is like the top. How come it can't look top tier? Like, I really should feel like these comic book characters is coming off the pages. I don't need a parody. I don't need a parody. I don't need it to feel like a parody.
One thing I will say about this, that we not trying to be what they call them, Snyder. I don't know what they call Snyder bots or whatever. But bro, when you seen the Batman vs Superman suit, but then you saw the Batman suit,
Yeah,
then you seen the Aquaman suit, then the Wonder Woman. It's like, yo,
these feel like the comic book characters.
bro, Batman
They
suit.
all got in shape.
Yeah,
Gal Gadot. And that's the thing. More than they all got in shape, Zack Snyder got people who like to be in shape that were also actors to play these roles. Think about it. Jason, outside of the Flash, Jason Momoa, which I don't even think that was Zack Snyder, to be honest, but Jason Momoa, you see how he looked naturally. You see how he is. Henry Cavill, he always stay in shape. I don't know whether it was just Superman. I ain't really seen him before Superman, so I mean, I can't speak to that.
He was in Immortals, but he was more of a Michael Phelps build, skinny, scrawny,
but still like in shape, right?
Yeah.
Gal Gadot was a soldier. And
I mean, we see her in Fast and Furious. She definitely put on some muscle though.
Yeah. And Ben Affleck, he one of them actors that's like, I need to go work out. He not going not work. He go like, I'm playing Batman. Wait, time out. You said I'm playing Batman. All right, let me call my trainer. That's how I look at Ben Affleck takes acting how you want actors to take acting.
The nigga was 44 playing Batman, more cut than God knows what. It's like, bro, on some Hugh Jackman shit.
Yeah. Exactly. Look at Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman said he had to do Wolverine, right? He said, okay, now I done been away from all of this Wolverine for about 5, 6, 7 years now. But the moment he knew he had to play Wolverine, he was like, I'm gonna get the roids. I'm gonna change my diet. He did everything. He did everything he possibly could to give us that look when Wolverine, pause if need to be said, but when Wolverine busts the claws out and do that like one, I paused it, and do that one little like move that Wolverine always do where he like got the claws on both sides. Hugh Jackman said, I'm gonna give pause if needed, but Hugh Jackman said, I'm gonna do everything possible to make sure that when people see this in the theaters, it looked like the Wolverine I always have given them.
Yeah.
Why can't that be a standard for superhero acting?
Bro, no homo. When Zack Snyder's Man of Steel came out, the teaser he had when Clark Kent was on the oil, he didn't show the oil rig scene or when it blew up, but literally they show Superman jumping out the water looking for clothes. The first teaser you seen is how cut he was. It's like, yeah, this is my Superman. This is somebody that looks like who doesn't go to the gym, but is built like a fucking god.
Yeah.
This Superman got on a Toys R Us joint. Like he finna go trick or treating.
I don't know. And then then it just go back to that Lex Luthor thing. Like, okay, I get it. Lex Luthor is an intellectual villain. You don't necessarily need him to be like really big and bulky, but to Rob's point, bro, it just looked more realistic, especially when you know this dude be walking around with a suit made of metal that he gotta operate, and his suit don't really be like, I'm sure they probably gonna make his more like an Iron Man suit for the sake of the movie, but like in the comic books traditionally, that motherfucker, he was carrying around a Power Rangers Power Zord mecha
With
suit,
no
like
no helmet.
with no helmet. He was
No
like
helmet.
on 50, bro. Like he
That-
was on 50 in the comic books. He knew the Lex Luthor in the comic was like, I might not be Superman, but I gotta at least be like Bowflex.
But why
Lex
is it that Lex Luthor can't be older? I think it would make sense in a world where it's like, yo, like superheroes. No, I'm with the old school. I don't trust this alien shit. Why you got a Lex Luthor that's supposed to be with the times, supposed to be innovative, and he's the same age or probably younger than Superman? It's like, bro, have a man that's like in his late 50s, possibly 60s, and that's where you get that mastermind from. Somebody that's 32 is not running the company the same as somebody that's in their 50s. Granted, they might have a new perspective, but you can't beat that type of experience. Like Lex Luthor should have years worth of knowledge at his disposal for science. In his 40s?
I say 40s.
Yeah, like in his mid to late 40s, it's like cool. You got somebody that's got the experience, that was built from the ground up or whatever. You put a nigga in there that's 32, Lex Corporation, and he already a billionaire, trillionaire. It's like, bro, like he don't.
It just don't fit the overall theme of Lex Luthor. Whereas, like you said, an older person would. Lois and the Superman and Lois TV show. Look, the TV show ain't like the best thing in the world. I was very intrigued by that Lex Luthor because you know what they did? They did exactly everything that you just said is what they did for the Lex Luthor. The Lex Luthor got a pepper beard. He is older. You could clearly tell he like 45, 50. He looked like he's definitely older than the Superman in the show. And it just adds that menacing vibe. He still feels intelligent. It's just the intelligence feels more like in the realm of wisdom. Like it's like I'm older, so I'm wiser, but because I'm older and wiser, I'm also like that make me even more intelligent and like sinister. It gives off that vibe. You ever get a chance, look up the anybody listening to this, look up the Lois, just like a snippet, like a preview of the intro to the Lex Luthor from Lois and Clark. And mind you, that Lex Luthor, not who I would have picked. It's not like my first pick for a Lex Luthor. He don't really look like the traditional Lex Luthor, but it's the impact that the character that they did, the actor that they chose did give the character. It's like, even though I couldn't visually identify with him as Lex Luthor, once he had scenes in the movie, I was like, or the TV show, I was like, yeah, you know what? He is a Lex Luthor. Like that's got that Lex Luthor vibe to it. That sinister, cutthroat businessman, hate Superman dog.
Now to double down on what Now was saying, like, yeah, like I agree with you that that Lex Luthor in Superman and Lois, that series, like he's like you said, he doesn't look like Lex Luthor, but he embodies his attitude, his essence. Now you're looking at the one that they casted. He looks like Weenie Hut Jr. version of Lex Luthor. Like you just hate Superman because he's Superman. Like that's how I'm feeling. Like he's like a straight up hater. Like you don't hate him because of like what he's doing and all the other good stuff, and you're just trying to stop him. No, you just hate him because he's Superman. That's it.
Yeah.
Now I hate to say it, the Superman and the Lex Luthor in Batman versus Superman, I like him better than this one because at least like he had that attitude. It wasn't the best, but it was still like something. This one, yeah. I don't know. Like literally, I'm not gonna lie. I really feel like this man's trying to like poison Superman on some Hitman style, breaking up some what is it, kryptonite, and putting in his water and taking him out that way, walking off. Like literally, that's what I'm getting from this Lex Luthor. It does not give me like, oh, I'm better than you because I'm smarter than you.
Yeah.
That nigga look like a comedian with that toy gun. He shoot that shit and then the confetti come out and everything.
And then it's like, why does he have if he the main villain and the superhero that he is the main villain to in the movie is Superman, what is he gonna use that for? Like, even if it's kryptonite bullets, it's Superman. What is the gun gonna do?
Else. Hopefully he's shooting somebody else.
Maybe.
Like
hopefully he is. Oh my God. Because could you imagine if that's for Superman? They got him running around trying to find Superman with that gun.
No,
Exactly,
I
bro.
think with this Lex Luthor, he probably got like a little cannon that shoot kryptonite lasers. That gun was probably
Faster than Superman could dodge him.
you seen that slow ass punch he threw?
Fair.
The fastest thing he did in this trailer was go save that little girl. Who's first of all, if you go
It
back
didn't
to
look
that
that
shot,
great.
her legs should be obliterated. That nigga had a wide, he had that
Wide
wide face.
stance.
Yo,
Mm.
I'm
And her
gonna
legs
be
just
real
stayed
with
right
you.
there.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why my brain went here for that scene, but why did he cover him up like how Hisoka was covering up Killua and Gon when they was trying to stop Homeboy from throwing the dodgeball at him? That's literally the first thing that popped in my mind. The way he why he arched the little girl back though?
Why do you even gotta cover her up? You can just stand
Like
in the
he
way.
but he didn't. It's not like he went like this. He like I don't like I felt bad for her.
Bro, but it's like you look at different, like it's a scene in the Henry Cavill's Man of Steel joint when the dude falling from the helicopter. Superman's flying at super speed and he tucks and rolls to protect the man's neck from whiplash. This nigga ran to that little girl. He sped over to the little girl and grabbed her neck like this. She should be dead, and her legs should be gone because that was the if you pay attention, that was the kaiju in the background. It was that kaiju's foot, and it was debris falling everywhere. Man, pull it up, T. You might have
Hold on.
single shot up, and you're gonna see that big old elephant foot kaiju.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's definitely you absolutely right.
Bro, the fact that they like the kaiju just breathing fire, it's like my nigga. Also, see, I think I'm just looking at the way they be fighting in Invincible. Just fly through the head of the kaiju, bro. You're not about to not kill that joint. Like Superman, you're not.
Yeah, he just gonna punch him. He just gonna knock him out, and then he gonna tumble in the middle of a city. Kaiju the size of a skyscraper, just falling over in a city. And in the next scene, everybody just driving through Metropolis like nothing happened.
Bro, you saw the teaser for the teaser. Everybody just looking up. I think that's just the scene with the kaiju. Like it's literally just people just looking up, and it's like
it's a walking skyscraper. Like, what is he gonna pick the kaiju up?
He should, because
that would be the safest route.
Are we talking about the same kaiju that's in like Godzilla kaiju?
It's the same
like
thing.
In the same universe?
I thought they were just called kaiju. No?
They just D is right. They just call kaijus.
Okay. Oh,
so I got
these
like
actually in the DC universe?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay.
They are. I think they are. Because Superman did.
Look, his cape is not stopping them traffic cones. Her knees is gonna be spaghetti noodle. Look at all that debris. Look at all that fucking shrapnel, bro. His cape is not moving from the. Come on, bro.
Spaghetti noodles is crazy.
And Lex Luthor looking mad, like he looks mad there, but it's like, what are you gonna do? Superman just flew by your building at 700 miles an hour.
Right.
And he just
Luthor Corp. I thought it was Lex Corp. Why is it Luthor Corp?
It is supposed to be.
He looked like Hitman OD in that shot.
Bruh, Agent 47.
This shot just looks terrible because once you see that nigga face,
he in like a warehouse.
He got like a peanut head, bruh. I'm not.
Is this
I think you're right. I don't think.
And see look at his body type too. Now go back.
Whoa, no. This look like Superman in one of them squares. These look like squares. Look like Superman in there, and he's like, I got one kryptonite bullet, and it's going right in your ass.
Yeah.
And then the next shot, look at Superman is in a square, but somebody next to him is lighting it up. Pause. Right there. Who's lighting up these squares?
Oh,
He's in the
got a point.
God damn, y'all. Look how slow this punch is.
But it looked like, if you go back to the Lex Luthor scene, it looked like it was boxes. That's why I thought it was a warehouse.
Bro, they gotta stop doing this shit where they like the
see that looked like packaging tape. That looked like a packaging label.
But I'm saying, okay, you're right. They could be playing on that, like, oh,
okay. I'm literally gonna nip this in the bud. This is my big issue. My big issue. Where is it? Where the flip is it?
Flip.
You hate this dog.
Bro, that is a golden doodle. He's supposed to be a golden retriever. That is not an intimidating dog.
He's from Krypton. They ain't got golden retrievers.
Hold on. I got you.
James Gunn said he picked this dog because it reminded him.
I don't care what dog he picked. I don't care
what. Him of what?
It reminded him of a dog that he adopted while he was shooting this movie.
Yo, this DC universe is gonna be James Gunn making movies because of shit that he just want to do. But the nigga came out during the DC panel and said, "Creature Commandos has been a passion project of mine."
Hold on.
A passion project for Creature Commandos. You fuck.
Look at this. Look at this. This does not look like that. That does not.
That don't look like no golden retriever. That look like a lab.
Golden retriever. Even the one from the animated series.
Get
like,
your dogs right.
Come on, son. Come on, son. Come
Yo,
on, son. Like,
why can't Crypto fly? I was like, oh, he finna pull this nigga through the air.
Yeah.
Crypto running on ice.
He running.
Nigga, a sleigh dog?
Right.
And
it took him mad long too. If you go back to the trailer, play the trailer and see he's supposed to be running fast. Oh, that smoke? No. It's a little bit, yeah, right there.
It looked like a cartoon. It looked like
Looney Tunes.
That
nigga don't look fast. He look like he running at regular speed.
It looked like Looney
begins to annoy
Tunes.
me.
Yo, listen to this, y'all boys. James Gunn just came out in this joint. He said, "Crypto, from the trailer, you think he's a good dog, but he's actually a terrible dog." First of all, is this bitch deaf? No offense, Niall, but there's a kaiju behind you, and you ain't hear it.
Run. No other human being.
She's
no
kicking
other
rocks.
Human being.
Go back. See, she's kicking rocks.
Please tell me you lying.
I couldn't be Superman. I'm like, damn,
Oh
bitch,
my
you ain't see that?
God, he not lying. I thought he was lying. I thought he was exaggerating. I really thought he was exaggerating, bro.
He's like, hum diddy dum, another day in Metropolis. A kaiju.
But I'm not gonna lie,
Bro.
this right here kind of peed me off. I'm be honest.
No, I'm with that
Really?
nigga throwing that can
Really?
of corn. I'll just
Really?
throw a can of spinach at that bitch ass nigga.
Pink.
Doink,
Pink.
doink. Fuck up his little
Pink.
bar too.
One more.
Pink.
One more for James Gunn. Yo, son.
Niggas not mad enough for me.
No.
Go back to that Green Lantern.
Yeah, he said go back to it.
Oh my god.
Ew.
Nigga look like Troy Bolton.
Come
On some
on,
high
son.
school music. We all in this together ass.
Don't hurt my
Bro,
daddy.
before
Telling
he,
me
not
no,
gonna
hold
lie.
on. Before you
before
move
he
it,
shoot the green,
I'm
go
not
look
gonna
at Hawk
lie.
Girl. Look how
He
stupid
looked
she
like
look.
the type of niggas that would have the unmarked white van in very conspicuous areas at random times
Yeah.
throughout the day.
no, I agree with that.
Why is the ring not lighting up?
Kiss the ring, bitch.
And why is Hawk
Yo.
Girl looking like she's about to audition for a role in Nacho Libre?
Yo,
Oh!
T.
Yeah.
T. All right, so y'all see how what he wearing here, right?
Yep.
Terrible. Pull up a picture of Negan, like the Walking Dead actual.
I
Negan.
got you.
Can we just ask why he got a bowl cut wig that's blonde?
Nacho Libre is fucking crazy.
We got Hawk Girl, who has been reincarnated dozens of times, wearing a leather suit with pants. Put that bitch in a thong, nigga. Put her in that skimpy shit or some tight ass green leggings. Ain't nothing in this universe sexy. Fact.
Why
Give me-
couldn't
give
they
me a-
just get a jacket like that?
Give him a
Maybe
green
where
legal
it comes
jacket.
down, and then just the part like the chest part, you just make that part green. That would have
green-
looked way better.
The Green Lantern ring look like he got it at an antique shop. That shit ain't glowing. That shit
It
ain't
looked
coming out.
terrible.
It
It
ain't
looked terrible.
no energy bursting out. And where's Hawk Girl's mace? On her back like she going at bat? Where her wings at? Her wings should be in view.
I don't even think she got real wings.
Nope, they ain't showing it.
There they go. They right there. Oh wait, whoa.
Well, no, yeah, go back.
Right there.
She look like Wolverine a little bit.
Is she
with
be-
the mask on?
Is she going? Is she behind Mr. Terrific?
I
See,
think
but they
so.
all got that white in the front. Oh, for the love of God, look at these niggas' boots.
It's all terrible. Every single one of them is terrible. They look like Timu Moon boots.
Superman, look at this nigga. No, bro. I'd rather the spray on 6-pack ab joints. Look at his gut hanging over the super belt. Look at this nigga's turtleneck in the back. And he in the Hall of Justice. Wait. Oh, that's just the floor. I thought that was glass. So he walked through a crowd to get to the Hall of Justice. to sit and look at himself. He must have let that little girl die. I told y'all she dead. Somebody must have died against that kaiju or something. But I'm like, bro, you know how terrible. Next time, y'all better hope I don't go to a Comic-Con. I'm be like that nigga outside. I'm throwing a can of corn at James Gunn head. It ain't gonna doink off.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Go back to that bitch flying through the air.
Don't go.
It looked
Why that kaiju look like a fucking moth? Don't even look hard.
It don't.
It just look nasty. It don't look menacing either.
No,
it look like a fun creature.
It looks like Toothless from How to Train the Dragon.
That and
yeah,
we've seen a better kaiju with what's that movie with Sam Worthington?
Not sure.
Clash of the Titans.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That kaiju looked better than this, and that shit was 17 years ago.
Yeah. Is that?
And we still don't know what that is.
They took the city to goulash, and this nigga looking at his bitch.
And see, here the wild part is they keep trying to make that seem like it's like towards the end of the movie. I don't know whether that's true or not, but
the nigga crying over a robot. Ivan Ooze.
Bruh, that's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm trying to figure out who he's supposed to be.
He looked like Nightcrawler in X-Men 2.
No, I think that's Metamorpho.
No, it is Metamorpho. You can see his arm. That purple arm joint.
Terrible Metamorpho.
Lex must have got...
Look at that. Look at that. He knocking the whole building down. We gonna see anything from that?
He looked like a skinhead.
He don't look menacing.
He looked menacing if you in a sundown town. Yeah. I got a tree with your name on it, boy. Yo, is that the little kid that was putting up that pole?
Mm-hmm.
Superman, nigga, they just gunned down your whole village. You think this nigga gonna fly in and save your stupid ass?
If you put a trucker hat on that nigga,
like
if I had kids, imagine you trying to save your family, and your son trying to put up a Superman pole. Get your stupid ass over here, nigga.
Yo, why Superman looking like he in the club trying to go use the bathroom if somebody utilizing the stall?
Yeah.
T, what?
Man,
it looked like he tried to keep the kaiju away from a building. He said it looked like Superman about to go shit. No, nigga, look like he just fighting. That whole scenario.
He's in there crying, son.
The dog is trotting.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, T, play it. Show the dog trotting with the nigga. Superman probably in pain. And this nigga, okay, on the way back to the fortress.
And that's supposed to be the version of him,
or the clone of him, or something.
They said, are they just gonna keep his face covered up, kind of like that dude from The Boys?
Remove him, and then I'm guessing he realized
this.
Oh my God. Who was that? Bernie Mac? Bro, they say Ultraman might be Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill better not take his mask off and be Ultraman.
Gosh.
Another kiss scene.
Bro, he kissed this bitch twice in a teaser. They might fuck in the movie. At this rate. Y'all think I'm playing. If we get in a teaser with 2 kisses and 3 hugs, they might as well fuck. Make this shit rated R.
So in other words, for anyone that's watching this, yeah, this movie gets a rating of 2 kisses, 1 hug, potential 3 hugs. My bad, I missed 2. A little girl that should be dead from being hit with shrapnel, but Superman covered her somehow.
The G-force, he stopped on a dime,
bruh. And then you got Agent 47 as Lex Luthor.
The worst Lantern.
The worst
kaiju.
Crypto. Oh my goodness, this
a kaiju that could be beat by the Power Rangers.
Nacho Libre,
literally.
Hulk girl.
Bro, the bitch got on the Hawk like a.
I don't know how I feel. I think this is like the same way I'm feeling after watching the Craven trailer. I'm gonna be honest.
Yo,
I don't know.
The official trailer for the Superman movie is gonna have to be. It's gonna have to
like
be
top
insane,
tier.
nigga.
It's gotta be
top
tier.
tier.
It's gotta be the best trailer I've seen in 10 years.
Because remember Deadpool 2? I mean Deadpool Wolverine. Like all the trailers was the same, except for that last one when we seen X-23. Excuse me. And then it was like, okay, this film got some more heart into it. But it's like this shit right now looking like complete chaos. We got Superman putting on boots and talking to his shorty while there's a monster outside vaporizing niggas.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a monster. Maybe it's a parade he got to go to or something.
Maybe.
But I seen too many lasers flying out that shit eye for him to just be putting on boots, giving his bitch one last hug before he go out. You was not a firefighter, my nigga. Get out there and put a stop to that invasion.
For real.
Wait, Lois, I'm about to go. Come here, babe.
Come here. Yeah. Oh my
It's
god.
like he's Jaheim. Just in case I don't make it home tonight. Like
One thing about
Yeah.
Lois Lane in this DCU, she probably got that ill nah. Nigga said, fuck saving the day. Turn around one more again. Give you these super pumps. Before I go out there and save a life, please.
Oh my gosh.
No, this shit, I can't believe this. This is a romance movie. This should finna premiere a Lifetime. I
Rom-com.
give it a month and a half in theaters. It's gonna get glazed by all these James Gunn stands and these sweaty.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's probably
going to do
make
so
money.
well that they're going to prepare for Superman 2 because of the glazers. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Nah, nigga, it's about to be the DCEU.
That's what he called it already.
No, he called this the DCU. Zack Snyder's joint was the DCEU. That was the DC Extended Universe. They said this is like
DCU.
the DC Universe.
My bad.
Like, nigga, we starting off with Creature Commandos and a Superman that don't feel super.
No. We started off with Suicide Squad. That's canon because of Creature Commando.
They said whatever. Did they mention Superman getting shot in that movie? I mean, in Creature Commando?
No. So
They
in
said-
Creature Commandos, they talked about in Peacemaker when her daughter ratted her out, and then in Suicide Squad they talked about how Colonel Flag, his son passed away. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said whatever's mentioned in Creature Commandos, that's canon. I'm like, that's a hell of a send off to give Henry Cavill that you was in ICU with a kryptonite bullet lodged in your chest, you bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
David Cornswith, bro, I'm a little upset. Granted, I understand what they're trying to do, but we see the first shot of Superman is this nigga in the snow calling on a dog to come trot his ass.
I think it's a one shot. I don't think that he will. I really don't think they're going to get this dude to play Superman again.
No, a young nigga that's hungry for a role in Hollywood. He's sucking somebody that could put on that cape.
Wow.
Trust and believe. They say, how bad you want to roll in this movie, boy?
Just come to the Diddy party.
Real bad, sir. What? If you want to play Superman for the next 10 years,
You guys spend one night.
10,000 glucks.
This.
And he's already at 2,000. 2,000 glucks for Superman 1. They'd be like, if you want a Justice League movie, oh, I don't know what to tell you.
Triple it.
6,000 gloves.
Triple it.
Turbo mode.
6,000 gloves. Bro, you are too much.
Nah,
6,000 gloves.
I'm trying to figure out what,
like their lashes.
Imagine being a fucking actor and you be like, yo, I'm about to play Superman. You go read the script decent, and you see the costume, you like, yo, this shit about to tarnish my career for the rest of my life. Jesse Eisenberg, is that the nigga name?
Oh yeah, I just seen it.
Yeah.
I just seen an article about that.
Lex Luthor tarnished my acting career.
Yep.
And he was in the Now You See Me movies. He was in a lot of them indie style movies. He could act, but he only got one lane. He can only be a smart chipper nigga. You decided to be in a movie where you put on a Martha Stewart wig and play Lex Luthor in a trench coat and shaved your head, nigga. You did that. That movie, you chose to be Lex Luthor in that goofy ass movie. And now we ain't seen him in shit else. Not another Now You See Me movie. Not playing a Brainiac. He could have been a nigga in a Heisenberg movie. What's that movie? Eisenberg, the bomb dropping nigga. Luxembourg.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, he could have been in that type of shit, but no.
Yeah.
I want to be in these comic book movies and think you're gonna make a bag.
Actually, he's coming back for Now You See Me 3.
Lord have mercy. Him and Mark Ruffalo.
Because
I ain't seen that nigga playing nothing since he became.
Morgan Freeman's back. Morgan Freeman's coming back. Daniel Radcliffe's gonna be in this one again.
They had him in a
Mark Ruffalo's coming back.
Mark Ruffalo was in like he was in a couple notable movies post talk, but it's just he not the main person, so you don't even know that he in the movie.
But I mean, look at niggas that's in different, like Timothy Chalamet. He gonna be getting roles. That nigga, he don't miss in his roles. But you got niggas taking. Look at this goofy ass Superman. Nicholas Hoult might not act in another movie after playing Lex Luthor.
I'm dead.
He might not. The best person, I feel like the best person in this movie is gonna be Lois Lane.
He better have killed that role, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. He better be acting, even if he like, you know what, this don't look nothing like no Lex Luthor. I don't know what they got me in, but he just figured out I'm gonna act my ass off. That's his only saving grace.
His Lex Luthor damn near gotta like slap Lois Lane or something. He gotta be acting. Like, no, I'm with Dito. Like, he gotta be acting. We saw Jesse Eisenberg's mom. I mean, Lex Luthor captured Superman's mom and was about to kill the bitch. We need Lex Luthor in this, and you don't even remember that the movie was so bad. We need this Lex Luthor to push this nigga mom off a building, to poison his dog with some chocolate, something.
Some kryptonite chocolate.
In this movie,
walk up to Crypto and
for me to feel bad, Crypto gotta go. Crypto gotta, if he gets stepped on by the kaiju, something gotta happen for this Superman. Because this shit not shaping up. I'm not trying to see Crypto for the next 15 years. He gotta go.
You about to see Crypto for the next 15 years.
Oh,
I'm telling you, bro. Lois Lane gonna be the best thing about this movie wearing a little fine ass.
Or what about Supergirl?
No,
bro, don't get the fan started.
Bro, if Supergirl come in and somehow save the day for Superman,
it could happen.
It could.
James Gunn, I might fight this nigga. They be like, anybody else got questions for the Comic-Con? I'm gonna just go grab the mic and just run up there and beat on him.
You ain't do this to my Superman.
This ain't my Superman, boy. God damn.
I can't believe we really ripped into this trailer for an hour and a half.
Yeah, we did.
It was that bad, nigga?
It was that bad, nigga.
Yeah.
Because we saw a teaser with Superman fighting a kaiju, his clone, a version of Metamorpho. We ain't see the engineer.
The real trailer.
We seen over 12 characters in this movie in a minute and a half.
In a teaser trailer, bro. In a teaser trailer, not a trailer.
He could have kept that shit for the movie for when you actually see that shit and be astonished. Like, imagine fucking the niggas Ryan Reynolds dropped the trailer for Deadpool and they show all them secret cameos that we seen, nigga.
Yeah,
imagine they did. What's the purpose, my nigga?
This nigga said no. Show the kaiju. Show Green Lantern. Show his ring. Show Hawkgirl flying. Show Mr. Terrific shield. Show Metamorpho. Show it all. And niggas still not hyped.
He trying to do too much with one film. I think we're gonna end it off at that. Niggas just trying to do too much on one film.
Damn, putting this out on YouTube, send this shit to James Gunn.
Yeah. Direct message.
CC James Gunn.
He's trying to build the universe off of this one movie. You can't do that. Marvel never did that shit. And you see how that paid dividends when they just let me start this character, get them introduced, and then I could worry about team up movies once I introduce multiple characters. Instead of just dropping all these niggas in. Of course niggas are gonna be like, yeah, we're supposed to know they're in this universe. But at the same time, my nigga, it's a lot to come at a fresh new start for some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boys.
All right.
We gonna keep our eyes out, y'all. Thank y'all for coming to this episode or this intermission. We hope y'all have a great rest of y'all week. We should be back on the airwaves Monday.
Either Sunday or Monday. So, well, y'all, I'm.
You gonna be at the,
I'm
Monday.
What you doing Sunday, nigga?
He going to the game.
Oh, okay. You was
I'm about to have myself a good old time.
Who they playing?
The Patriots.
Y'all might lose. Y'all might win by 50.
Don't say that. It's gonna be a good game.
No, y'all might win by 50.
It's gonna be a good game. It's a divisional game. It's gonna be a good game.
It's about to be a barn burner.
Yeah.
Yo, D. So it's a new dude that started at my job. He is a Baltimore Ravens fan and he's from Virginia.
Oh Lord.
There's one Spanish cat.
A Spanish nigga?
Yeah.
Man, he just guessed that.
No, I thought he said Spanish cat.
You know I'm deaf. I'm like that girl in that trailer.
Bro.
Me, her, and I.
She couldn't even feel the vibration of a kaiju. So where'd that joint come from, bro? If she couldn't feel the kaiju. Who was that? Helen Keller?
Literally kicking rocks.
I was giving the trailer a chance. Once you pointed that shit out, I was like,
you made
more.
You made it 5 times worse for me,
bro. I could not be a superhero if I say it to her. I'm like, bitch, you ain't hear that shit. You got me flying at 100 miles an hour past, nigga. She'd have got stepped on if it was me. Damn, that little bitch got
Bro, I know is at the end of the day, they like when he finally releases this full trailer, they need to come correct because already this teaser is just trash. Just put it in the dumpster, man.
This nigga Derek been on the road tonight.
On a roll, bro.
Oh crazy.
My gosh.
Whatever they do, whatever James gonna do, I hope is better than whatever the fuck we got.
The trailer is just a lot of saving. You think it's gonna be a Super Bowl trailer? That's my last question.
Yeah, facts.
Wait, what was your last question?
They gotta have a Super Bowl
trailer.
They need all eyes on this trailer. They need niggas in Japan looking at this shit. They need
badly
niggas in Thailand.
Yes,
they need niggas in Jamaica. And the Super Bowl trailer spot was like $4 million. DC got that. They need to put that $4 million for that Superman trailer. I feel like that's when we gonna get like an official trailer.
Yeah,
because January Fantastic Four finna put out a trailer, and they said,
well, I can see them actually. I can actually see them releasing a trailer, the trailer for Superman Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It got to be during the Super Bowl. Like that's the first official joint. Everybody in there watching. Like that's when people like, oh, what's the commercials coming on? Superman, and it got to hit hard. Because if January roll around and Fantastic Four put out some shit, and it looked like the second coming, Superman ain't making a fucking dime because they come out in the same month, two weeks apart.
Yeah,
even that first trailer of Fantastic Four,
and that wasn't even a trailer. That was
a teaser trailer.
That was a teaser.
That was test footage.
They said that was test footage.
Oh my god! Yeah, they bought the Molly. They don't even need a trailer. They could just do a teaser trailer and be like, y'all did such a bad job with that Superman teaser trailer. We gonna show you how to do a teaser trailer, and that would look phenomenal.
Marvel said, "Thanks, James Gunn." That
made our life easier.
He a double agent. He doesn't fucking like DC.
Just to come back, guess who's back for Guardians of the Galaxy 4?
Yep.
If he directed,
gonna be like, y'all want to see this Gamora movie I'm gonna make? They gonna give it. I always had a passion for Gamora. I can't stand James Gunn. I ain't had no problem with him either. And then this
facts. When they say he was taking over, I'm like, oh, Henry Cavill and them niggas back. They said, nah, he doing his own thing. I was like, oh, we finna get some SpongeBob ass Superman.
Yep. And look what you got, SpongeBob.
Got him laying on the floor in Yamcha position with panties on. That's what you get.
Yamcha, like the Cyberman just had their way with him.
Times in a teaser. And you see the way he hugged his dad? Am I the only one that thought that shit?
Yeah, that was like, weird. It's weird.
It was like, come here, nigga. Like either the dad didn't get the cue, he's supposed to lean in, but Superman was like squeezing niggas. It's like, yo, like James Gunn,
we got Super Diddy.
Yeah.
This can't be it, bro. It can't be.
This can't be it.
This movie got to be 3 hours long to flush out all this bullshit.
I hope it's not, because I'm leaving halfway through. I'm leaving halfway through.
I'm gonna audition for an extra in another movie so I can throw cans at these niggas.
We gonna have to,
cans. Nah, we throwing tomatoes, D.
You know that movie?
Did I say cans? I meant hands. You said what?
You know that movie T that we was talking about? We were supposed to watch. That you yeah.
Craven.
You're gonna have to share that, please. If you don't mind.
What do you mean share what?
So I can watch it.
What do you mean share what?
I'm not trying. The block is too hot. We still recording, my nigga.
I understand that, but you literally already just gave the world away. You could have just wait till after we got done.
The movie. I just thought about it. I didn't want to forget.
Put it on now. Yo, send that joint. I ain't got nothing to do. Shit.
Yeah, that ass. I'm about to fucking eat and chill out.
Well, everyone, thank you for coming through. Really do appreciate y'all. That is the end of this intermission. We'll hopefully be back more than likely Monday, the day before my birthday. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Spoily.
Yeah. Yeah. Still 25. I don't
How
care
old is
what
you
anybody
turning?
says. 25. I'm still 25.
Let me see.
Go ahead. Do
34.
your math.
35.
Nope.
He said 34.
34.
33.
Nope. 25.
Y'all, T the oldest nigga here.
Nah, he gotta be like. It's gotta be between like 30. Nah,
I'm
you
gonna
can't be
start.
that much.
When you come to DreamCon, I'm gonna just start telling hoes you 40.
What?
Well, you know, you my boy Big T just turned a big 4-0.
Big T.
Yo, so we are fighting. You do that. Yo,
Big T.
The big 4-0.
Hey, OG, what it do?
word. That's how you feel.
Crazy.
Yo, I'm turning 34.
Oh, no, that's even crazy.
That's crazy. That's foul.
Yo. Oh yeah, we gotta stop recording. Yeah, T, send that on over.
Oh, okay. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and put this outro video. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate y'all.
All right.
Peace.
y'all.
I want all the smoke. Yeah, running trash bags of that green. Whip it fast, the whip color of cocaine. I'm independent in the spinner to stop these dreams. I roll too rich, focus on the ticket, maximize my means.